What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we're hearing it's getting very real for the possibility of a fourth stimulus check, and this is your stimulus check update. Now, you guys, I hope that you and your family had a blessed Christmas. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys did. Now, we're hearing the Omicron is spreading like crazy, and this could be increasing the chances of a fourth check. Even I've got it, but don't worry, I'm feeling pretty good for the most part. I'm able to do a video update for you guys, but take a look at articles coming out like this. Fourth stimulus check. Will Congress pass another payment as Omicron sparks an increase in cases? The Omicron variant is leading to a surge in cases, leading some businesses to shut their doors voluntarily. Will Congress, though, pass more stimulus? And we're hearing a lot of people are saying this is going to be necessary. Take a look, you guys. During President Joe Biden's address to the nation on Tuesday, he warned that in the coming days and weeks, the country could experience a surge in cases. This increase could result in a collapse of some hospital systems and a tragic number of deaths. Now, we're hearing as Omicron is spreading, that is actually 10 times less severe than what we've seen with previous variants like Delta. However, they're saying do not become complacent just because it's less severe. They're saying it's actually 70 times more contagious or transmissible than previous variants. And they're saying if you do the math, that this will become the largest wave that we have seen so far, which, as they said, could flood hospital systems, which could lead to more deaths. And take a look, you guys. I'm going to be sharing with you the video footage as we're hearing directly from Dr. Fauci warning, please do not become complacent or lackadaisical with this new wave, that this could be one of the worst ones we've seen so far. And over the holiday weekend, take a look at this. More than 6,000 flights have been canceled on the Christmas weekend due to the spread of this Omicron variant. And you guys, take a look at U.S. cases right now. Tracking this, December 25th, Christmas Day, the 7-day moving average is on a massive upswing, 187,000 new cases per day, you guys. So I'm going to be sharing with you the video footage so you can see it for yourself and let me know your thoughts. Do you think that this is going to lead to, or it's going to be necessary for us to get fourth checks? Now, right now, Congress is working away on that Build Back Better bill. If you missed my last video, check it out, as we're hearing they're trying to get Joe Manchin on board, and progressives are urging Joe Biden to pass it through executive action, saying forget legislation, just step in, take authority, and pass provisions on your own. And a lot of people are saying we should probably do that for checks. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, also, they're saying that after Build Back Better, they want another stimulus package, and in that one, they want to bring back stimulus checks, unemployment extensions, provisions of the past, as they're saying we're still dealing with this variant, and people still need some financial aid and assistance. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that Biden should do that? Do you think that he's doing a good job of battling this right now? Well, take a look at this coming out on Christmas, you guys, and let me know your thoughts of one person sharing directly with the president their thoughts on everything going on. Take a look.
I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon? Where's your home? I think we lost him.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Wow, let me know your thoughts, you guys. Now, President Joe Biden said he agrees and laughed it off, but he knows what that phrase means. And take a look, you guys, articles coming out like this. Oregon father of 4 who told the president, let's go, Brandon, on Christmas Eve, called saying that he meant it in jest, saying it was just a joke, but he did that for everyone to see. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that that was inappropriate, that he shouldn't have done that, that the conversation seemed to be very cordial and going well, or do you think that no, he should let him know and vocalize that he disapproves of the way things are going right now and that people need help? Let me know your thoughts, you guys. I know that right now President Joe Biden's approval ratings are not very good, and a lot of people are concerned about that, and they're saying one of the things that could help him out is passing more stimulus, legislation, or executive actions. And right now, they're saying with the way that things are going with the pandemic, it is necessary. Now, we'll see, you guys. I will keep you up to date, but let's take a look at the video footage. And also wanted to say thank you for all the support on that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. guys, if you're somebody that's interested in growing wealth and learning about personal finance right now, maybe you're starting over with everything that's going on. Maybe you want to launch a business, invest in real estate, stocks, cryptos, learn about the metaverse. Well, this is going to be the channel for you. I will pin a comment down below. All you got to do is click the link, go subscribe, turn on notifications. I think it's going to help out a lot of people. I'm really excited about it, you guys. But let's go ahead and dive into this video footage, and let's start off by smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second. Thank you so much. Really helps me out a ton. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. If you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into this video footage and let you know about what's unfolding right now, this massive wave of the Omicron that is hitting, and how they're saying this might need to lead to more stimulus provisions. Let's go ahead and take a look.
But here we are again, yet another holiday season overshadowed by the pandemic that just won't go away. This time with the fear things may actually be getting worse. Omicron is sweeping the country, becoming the dominant COVID strain in just a matter of days, smashing hopes for a return to normal anytime soon. President Biden came into office vowing to get the pandemic under control. Now he is outlining yet another strategy, this time to combat Omicron. He said the federal government will distribute 500 million free at-home test kits starting in January, and dispatch 1,000 military medical personnel to help overburden hospitals. He will also create vaccination and testing sites. While much of this will take time to implement, Biden issued an immediate plea to unvaccinated Americans.
Get vaccinated now. It's free. It's convenient. I promise you, it saves lives. And I honest to God believe it's your patriotic duty.
And we begin this morning with the president's chief medical advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci. So in terms of Omicron, we know how wildly contagious it is. But what is your sense about what do we really know about how sick people are getting from this? As you know, there was data out of South Africa that suggested that it was less than 2% of those that were infected were hospitalized. That compared with about 20% that had been hospitalized under the Delta wave. That, by the way, is a country that doesn't have anywhere near the kind of vaccination level that we have. And we saw some indications out of England, too, that it seemed to be less severe. What is are you comfortable now in saying that Omicron is wildly contagious but not as severe a disease?
Well, there's one thing that's for sure that we all agree upon, that it is extraordinarily contagious. It's just outstripped even the most contagious of the previous ones, including Delta. There's no argument on anybody's part about that. When we first saw the data from the UK, that it was very clear that the ratio of hospitalizations to cases was lower. Interestingly, the duration of hospital stay was lower. The need for oxygen was lower. And when you're in a demographic situation like South Africa, where you have most of the people have gotten infected with prior variants, either the Delta or the Beta, that it was very likely a combination of perhaps the virus is inherently less virulent, or more likely there's an underlying degree of residual protection from prior infections of those who've been infected and survived. The data from the UK and particularly Scotland and England, two separate studies, really confirm that. They're seeing less of a severity in the form of manifestations by hospitalizations. The issue that we don't want to get complacent about, John, is that when you have such a high volume of new infections, it might override a real diminution in severity. So that if you have many, many, many more people with a less level of severity, that might kind of neutralize the positive effect of having less severity when you have so many more people. And we're particularly worried about those who are in that unvaccinated class, that, tens and tens of millions of Americans who are eligible for vaccination who've not been vaccinated. Those are the most vulnerable ones when you have a virus that is extraordinarily effective in getting to people and infecting them the way Omicron is. So even though we're pleased by the evidence from multiple countries that it looks like there is a lesser degree of severity, we've got to be careful that we don't get complacent about that. Because it might still lead to a lot of hospitalizations in the United States.
Right. So as an individual, your chance of having severe disease, needing to go to the hospital if you get infected with Omicron might be less because there are so many more. The hospitals could still be overrun. Let me.
That's the concern. That's the concern.
So there you have it directly from Dr. Fauci. Now, we also saw that the airlines are not taking this lightly at all, as we saw over 6,000 flights this weekend canceled. Take a look.
In terminal after terminal, a glance up at these boards brought frustration and anxiety for thousands of air travelers today.
We were really concerned last night when I saw on the news that they had canceled 100 flights, and I'm like, oh my God, we won't be able to get home.
Airlines around the world canceling thousands of flights on Christmas Eve, including several hundred in the United States.
Make sure that your cell phone is charged so that you are getting those airline alerts in case anything changes. I'd recommend you bring snacks just in case lines are long and you're getting hungry.
United Airlines and Delta apologized to passengers, both carriers saying their cancellations were at least partly due to the Omicron variant grounding flight crews.
What they didn't expect was this variant to come around. So they have a lot more people than normal who are calling out sick, who are testing positive, and then who have to stay in isolation for 10 days, even if they potentially feel better sooner.
Airline workers who have been vaccinated and have breakthrough COVID infections now have to quarantine for 10 days from the onset of symptoms, following CDC guidelines. The airline industry has asked the CDC to cut that time in half. While some medical experts think that's a good idea, others say it's dangerous.
I understand where it's coming from, given the pressures on the industry, but I don't think it's the right move. The surge of cases we're seeing right now is already bad enough. We don't need to make it worse by lowering that isolation protocol number.
Even with the Omicron surge, there's a huge spike in airline travel. The TSA estimating 20 million people in the U.S. will be flying this holiday season.
I'm going to California. I'm nervous. I don't know if it's the best decision to make, but I haven't seen my family in 2 years, so.
The latest COVID surge could not come at a worse time for the airline industry.
It's a bad look, and I think that it's going to be hard to convince customers who are maybe on the fence anyway that, yeah, you can come back to the sky and not worry about it.
In the meantime, aviation analyst David Slotnick has some good advice for passengers for the remainder of the holiday season. Constantly check your reservations, he says. Be almost obsessive about it. Get as much early notice of a cancellation as you can so you can act on it very quickly.
So there you have it, you guys. Wow, a lot of cancellations taking place due to the Omicron variant. Now, let me know, have you experienced this, you or your family traveling through the airlines this holiday season? And we will see, because there's a lot of stuff happening right now with this new wave of the pandemic. And if Congress is going to be responding to this, or the president saying we need more stimulus provisions, more checks, we're still battling this variant. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, you guys. But as more news comes out, I'll be sure to keep you up to date, and I hope that you and your family had a blessed Christmas, you guys. But as always, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second, really helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to stay up to date. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining that second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. Thank you so much for all the well wishes, you guys. I'll be quarantining for the next 10 to 14 days, but overall, I'm feeling okay, just really tired and congested, but still well enough to be able to bring you new updates. And with that being said, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. Merry Christmas. This is Steve.